Hello, CEO coaches. Today, I want to show you how to create a landing page to grow your email list. And we're going to be using one of my favorite platforms, which is System.io, to create your landing page. If this is your first time with System.io and you have not signed up, the link to sign up is right below this video, and you can get your first funnel free when you click that link. So let's get into it. This is one of the pages you might interact with when you sign up with System.io. Some of you might see the dashboard, some of you might see your information. The most important thing that you want to look for is your sales funnels. And you're going to start with creating your landing page using a sales funnel. That's right. So you click over here to the website tab. In the drop down menu, you want to click on sales funnels. And then go to the right-hand side and click Create. You're going to name this landing page. For us, we're going to do a landing page for email list. And for you, maybe you might want to name it the actual product or freebie that you're using to build your email list. The second step is to build your audience. But before we do that, I want you to see that your funnel domain, when you sign up for System.io, is going to be under whatever you use as your login or username with the System.io. If you want to use your own specialized domain, you can connect that to System.io. Very easy. They have instructions, step-by-steps on how to do that. I also have a training inside of Coach Simplify Academy that walks you through that as well. And yes, you also want to check to make sure that your currency that you're using is the currency that you want to use. We're going to use US dollar for you. You might be using another form of currency. So once you looked over all of that, the next thing you want to do is click on Build an Audience. Once you select, you hit Save. And now our funnel is ready so that we can create this landing page. We want to click on the blue link. And now what I love about System.io is that you have all of these templates to choose from. And it automatically sets up the pages that you're going to need to complete this total funnel. So your landing page to build your email list is going to be a funnel. I call it a simple funnel, but it is a funnel, and it should be your first funnel that you create. So it automatically creates the 2 pages that you need. And then if you ever need other pages, you can always add a step. But for this demo, we're only going to need these 2 pages, which is the squeeze page and the thank you page. Right? So as you can see, they provide you with tons of templates that you can preview to see all the different ways that you can use it. These templates are very similar to any website designs you've done. It's a drag and drop concept. We're going to start with something simple, easy to change and adapt to our needs. Let me find that template. And we're going to work with this template right here. So I'm going to hit select. And then the first thing you want to do is to name this page. And so I'm going to name it freebie, whatever my freebie is. I'm going to say stand out and get noticed. Stand out. Stand out. And then the next thing is that you want to check your URL path. Right now, if you were to share this link, it would have all of these numbers and letters, and that could be very hard to remember. So you want to use a URL path that is easy for you to share and for your audience to be able to easily put it into the search to look for it. So I'm going to just put stand out as, I think I already have a page name that. I'm going to say get noticed. And the key thing with this, make sure all your letters are in lowercase letters, and then we can check to see, hit enter to see, oh, it looks like I've used that somewhere else. So let's do get noticed too. Let's see if that works. Yep. So now I got the check mark. That means that nowhere else in my system have I used that URL. So that is good to go. Now that we've gotten the check mark, it's time to edit the page. Click edit. As you can see, this is a very basic landing page. We are going to be deleting a lot of things because we're not going to need it. And then we're going to be adding some things, changing some colors, etc. Right? So immediately I know I do not need this element here. So I am going to delete it. You can see the page is in rows and sections. We're going to delete this element. I'm going to change this name to the name of my freebie. Stand out and get noticed. I'm also going to change the coloring to black. As you can see, the color changes here. My subtitle, I cannot remember the exact subtitle on this guide, but I am going to say build an audience that will open doors. I know that's not exciting, but that's what I can remember right now. I'm going to change that color and show it's black, but I'm also going to increase the size of this title. If you look over here to the left-hand side, you'll see typography and you'll see that you have font size. I'm going to go ahead and increase that size. And if you want to change the font, you have the option to change the font here, but I'm going to keep everything the same. I'm going to keep that top margin. So I'm going to keep basically a lot of this the same. I'm going to keep that subtitle the same. Next thing is I want to change this and upload my own image. So I'm going to delete this image. And then I am going to go over here to the left-hand side to media, and I'm going to drag the image element right below the build an audience that will open doors, right under that text. And you can see that I'm selecting that because it is highlighted blue. So there we go. And now I'm going to upload my pictures. So when I click on the element, right, I can go over here to the left-hand side and upload my image. And I've already uploaded it. So I'm going to select it. And as you can see, my image is pretty big. So I want to make it smaller. So I'm going to go down here where it says image size. And I'm just going to make it small. Now you see some other options here. You have full width, 100% width. I don't tend to bother with this, especially when I'm using a template, because what I'm basically doing is dragging and dropping my information into it. Next thing is that I want to change the color of this box, because right now this box is blue and I really want to pick up on the green. So I'm going to select this box. So this is a row and I want to click on the gears. And I am going to go over here to background color. So right now it's a faint faded blue. And I'm going to select like a green or maybe a dark green and fade it out. Let's see what that looks like. That might be too dark. Oh, no, I like. Okay, so we're fading that out. All right. And that's what we're going to go with. So that picks up a little bit on the green. And then I am going to put another, like this would be where a hook would go. We talked about hooks and different things that grab people's attention or a call to action. So this would be like a hook with a call to action. I would put imagine attracting your ideal client with little to no effort. And then I'm going to put a call to action, download your free guide today. Now I want this to be on, drop down to the next line so we can see that. I do want this to be bold. So I'm going to go ahead and highlight that, make that bold. And then I want to make sure that my color is black. There we go. The next thing that I want to do is make sure I have their first name selected, because whoever comes to this landing page, I want to capture their first name and I want to capture their email address. These are already selected. If you ever come across a template that only has the email and you want the first name, you can go over here to the left-hand side, go to form, grab the form input, and then drag it over to where you want it to be. But I like to do things simple and easy and make sure that the formatting translates, right? So what I would do is duplicate. So I'll hit the duplication element and select this box. Then I can change what I want this input to be. So maybe I want to select and collect the phone numbers, right? So now I have an option to collect their first name, email address, and phone number. Then last but not least is the bottom that allows people who come to your page to say, yes, I agree to receiving emails from you. Okay. And then the next thing we want to do is to change our button. And so right now our button says subscribe. So we need for this to say something else. I also want you to take note of the action. Once a person puts their name, email, and phone number, you select the button and the action is over here to the left. So for this case, for them to get this guide, they're going to submit the form. And then there's a next step. Now, I'm going to share with you what that next step is. But for right now, this template is correct. So submit form and then the next step. Okay. And typically, when they hit this button, it's going to take them to a thank you page that we need to create. That is step 2 of creating this funnel. All right. So for design purposes, we just need to change the color. So let me go down here. And I am going to first change the name. Right? I want to say yes. I'm going to put capital yes. I want this. And then I'm going to put an exclamation point. I'm going to scroll down. I'm going to change this button color to black. Background color is okay. All these other things are just fine. I am going to hit save. All right. So right now we are good to go. Now this is the remainder of the template. I don't need any of this extra stuff. This is all I really need. But if you want to, you can do one extra step. So right now, I don't need these. I don't need this. So I'm going to delete this whole sections. All right. Now you've got this section here. I might use this as an about me. So I might say about the instructor or about Elise. And I might put a tagline here. I help coaches simplify their coaching business. That's just a simple way. That's my little tagline. And then I would add a picture of myself. So let's drag that over right underneath that tagline. I'm going to include a picture of myself. So let me go and find one. If you don't have one already uploaded, then you would go to your desktop or to your files and upload it. This is a really big picture. So I need to size it down a little bit. I think that's good. So we're going to pull that up so we don't have a lot of gap. I might keep it. I might like this element and maybe delete all the rest of this. So let's delete this. And I would type in something about myself. So let's delete all of this. And we're going to be left with this. Let's delete all the rest of this. And we're going to change the color to that green we started with. I'm going to fade that a little bit. Okay. And then I am going to drag a text box over here, right? I will write my about me. Now I'm back. Now I'm going to paste that here. And I am going to give it some, I'm going to make it a little smaller. I'm going to keep it centered. But I would spend a little bit more time just cleaning things up here. So we have a little bit of space here and a little bit of space here, right? Okay, so that would be about me. And then if I wanted to change the color of this, I'm going to make that black instead of green. And then I will fill this information in. This is your copyright. So I'll put the 25 here. If I wanted my phone number or my information here, I will put that there. But for this case, I'm going to go ahead and delete it. And there we are. That's what we have so far. So this is the first step of our landing page to grow our email list. This is the first step. So now we got to do step 2. Once we've done everything that we needed to do here, we're now going to go back. And then we're going to finish and do our thank you page. The thank you page is the page that someone will land on once they hit that submit button. So we're going to do that. And then we got another step that will give us the automation. This is like a pro tip for the next step I'm going to share. I'm going to find a thank you page that I like. System.io provides the templates for you. Let me find one that is just a simple thank you. We're going to go with this one. So I'm going to hit select. You can rename it for the freebie, whatever the name of the freebie is. And then I would keep this URL path because you don't want everyone just simply being able to find this on the internet. So keep this sort of obscured, or you can put numbers or dates, but make sure it's not something really simple that someone can figure out. Then I'm going to go ahead and hit edit. And then I'm going to go ahead and keep the color of this page. I'm not going to do too much change, but I am going to delete some elements. I'm also going to delete this extra menu here. I'm going to keep the thank you, but I am going to change the color to black. And then I will write my message here. Hey, I'm excited to connect with you, and I am glad. And I am glad you have downloaded this guide. I will also tell them to check their email and the next 5 minutes for your free guide. Okay. And I would put a picture again to show them what they're going to get, what they agreed that they wanted. I might put in another text box. I would duplicate this one and I would say the name of this. So thank you. Your guide is on the way. And then I would definitely make this a lot smaller. If I wanted to have my links here so that they can find me at the other social media platforms, I would keep that there. If not, then I would just delete this whole row. Also, if I wanted them to follow me on my other social media, if there are different links that I want to share here, more about me, more about my services, I would keep this here as well. And then I don't have a newsletter, so I definitely would delete this part because I don't want them opting into something else. All right. So we've got our second page, our thank you page is set up. We can hit save. Also, if you come down to the left-hand side, you can see how this would look on a mobile phone. If I click here, you'll be able to see what it looks like on a mobile phone. You won't see these spaces here. That's just for our eyes in the template version. You get that view. Let's go ahead and hit save. And the last step is that we want to deliver what we promised in an email. Okay. So you want to go over here to the top and say automation rule. So we're going to click on automation and we need to add an automation rule. The trigger is going to be funnel step form subscribe. So you click on this one and this lets me know that once a person lands on this page and they submit, this is the funnel step. They're going to be sent to the thank you page, right? But the action that I want to happen is I want to send an email. Let me show you that again because I want you to see some other things. You also see that there are different actions. You can subscribe them to a campaign, add a tag, unsubscribe them, send an email, enroll them into a course, etc. You can grant them access to a community. All of these things can be done inside of System.io. But for today, we just want to send them an email. So we're going to send them an email. And we have to write the email. To write the email, you're going to hit the plus sign. And you will write your email. Here is your guide. And you will put the name of the guide, stand out, and get noticed. Or you can write another catchy subject line. And here I will write my email, thanking them again for downloading, what to expect. Write email here. And you do all of that. And then you can actually attach the guide. Okay. One of the things I do want you to be mindful of is that it does have a size requirement. So if you have a PDF that has a lot of pictures in it and it's a big file, I think the size requirement has to be under 5 megabytes. And if it's bigger than 5 megabytes, then you want to find an outside source to compress the size so that you can upload it. Okay. So there's a lot of free sites out there that will help you compress the file. But if it's a basic PDF or guide, you are good to go. But for our case, I'm going to attach an image. Typically, that would probably be in a PDF. Or if you have the PDF somewhere like on Google Drive and you know that there's a link, you can actually put the Google Drive link. For me, I use Dropbox, so I will use a Dropbox link. You can put that there so they can click on that link and it would take them to that actual PDF that's in either your Google Drive or in your Dropbox, or you can upload it as an attachment. So it just depends. If you don't know about compressing the file, then if you have it somewhere else like a Google Drive and it's a PDF form and you want to give them access to it, you can do it that way by just copying and pasting the link in the document. And you can do that and it'll automatically hyperlink for you. All right. So that will be your email and you will hit save. Then you'll hit save rule. And you'll know that you've added this automation rule because it will be right here. You have your steps, your thank you, and then you click on automation. This will be your automation rule. And basically, that's it. You have the funnel here. They'll put their name, email, and phone number. Once they've done that, they will get the thank you. We sent to the thank you page. In their email, they will get this email. Just make sure to hit save rule, and we're good to go. So that is how to create a landing page to grow your email list. Once you've created this funnel one time, you can always duplicate it to create your other landing pages. You just need to rename it, create a new URL path, drop your images, change the text or whatever. Now you can have multiple funnels inside of System.io that will build your email list and drive sales for your coaching business. That's it. That's how you create a landing page to grow your email list.